An overnight run from California into Arizona, appliances, I think, though the cargo barely mattered. What mattered was the darkness. My headlights had been dimming for weeks, something I kept putting off fixing. Out here, with 0 other cars on the road, that oversight felt a lot more serious. Every few miles I had to lean forward and squint just to make out the road ahead. The smart move would have been to pull over and wait for sunrise. But I needed the money, so I kept going. About an hour before dawn, something appeared at the edge of my headlights, fast. My gut fired before my brain did. I hammered the brakes. The truck screamed to a stop, front bumper maybe a foot from a car sitting dead in the middle of the road, hazards blinking orange in the darkness. 2 things immediately wrong: it was parked directly on the double yellow, and the passenger door was hanging wide open. I'm not a man who scares easy. I figured someone had broken down, needed a jump, a hand, something. I reversed the semi, pulled to the shoulder, and climbed out. The desert air was dead still. No wind. The only sound for what felt like miles was the faint, rhythmic tick of those hazard lights. It was a newer model red Ford Fusion. Clean. Out of place. I circled the car slowly. Checked the front seat, the back seat, the floor. Nothing. No one. Completely empty. The key was still in the ignition. Engine off. Door open. Car abandoned in the middle of the highway in the pitch-black Mojave Desert, and not a soul in sight. A prickling moved up the back of my neck. I started throwing glances over my shoulder into the darkness beyond the headlights. My truck's beams only pushed so far. Past that edge, the desert was absolute black. Anyone could have been standing just outside the light. Against what my gut was screaming, I stayed. The trunk. I had to check the trunk. I grabbed the key from the ignition, walked to the back, and tried it. Locked solid. Not just locked, jammed. Wouldn't move. I went back through the rear seat and found a release latch. It gave. 3 garbage bags. Squished, compacted. And a rope, knotted around the inside of the trunk to keep it from swinging open. I leaned in. My face was maybe 5 inches from the nearest bag when the loudest gunshot I've ever heard cracked across the desert. My skull hit the roof of the car. I didn't think, I moved. Keys on the seat, out of the car, sprinting back to the semi. Behind me, a voice cut through the silence, rough, male, getting closer fast. Hey, HUI. I threw myself into the cab, jammed it in gear. The engine coughed and stalled. I cursed loud enough to hear myself over my own heartbeat. It caught on the second try. As the truck started rolling, I saw him in the sweep of my mirrors, short, stocky, red hair, wearing overalls and shin-high boots. Left hand, a small shovel. Right hand, a hunting rifle. We locked eyes as I rolled past him. He didn't raise the gun. He didn't look crazy. He looked worried. As my truck pulled away, he dropped the shovel and started waving both arms, shouting, "Wait, wait." Then he turned and sprinted back to his car. I pushed that semi harder than I should have. After 5 minutes I started breathing again, until headlights appeared in my mirrors, closing fast. He was behind me. Right on my tail. Laying on the horn, flashing his lights. 15 minutes of this. Then he cut around me, got in front, and hit the brakes, forcing me to slow to a crawl. That's when the police lights finally appeared ahead, a cruiser coming from the other direction. The red Fusion veered right and disappeared in